After many court cases, many arguments online and everything, we're finally here. The Conference League, our first game is upon us, and we're facing Fredrikstad at Selhurst Park. I'm joined by Lou, Patrick, and also AJ here. As always, make sure to get involved throughout the show. Drop a like, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm excited, gents. I'll be honest. I know it's just a playoff game and not actually, I don't know if it counts as it is a Conference League game, but some TV companies are not even showing the game. So debatable what stage we're at and how serious it is. But for me, this is the Champions League final. I'll be honest. This is the Champions League final. I'm looking forward to this game. We cannot get knocked out by Fredrikstad. And you know what, Lou? I think we're going into this game with, apart from the transfer noise from Eze, I think we're going into this game in pretty much perfect scenario. I mean, we were unbeaten against Chelsea. We've got a nice bit of form going. No further injuries from that game as well. And I think we've got enough in this side to get the job done on Thursday. But how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm just pure excitement, man. I just never, ever thought I'd see my team in Europe. Obviously, the injustice is what it is, but like we said, we can reflect on it now, and they can't take the FA Cup final away from us, the win at Wembley, and it'll always be known as an injustice against Palace. So yeah, let's go win the Conference League, and it starts. I'm happy we got like a winnable game, because I'll be honest, us going out in the playoffs in this would be it wouldn't look good, bruv. It wouldn't look good,
I'm telling you, we'll be finished. Imagine after all of those court cases and everything else, and then you get demoted, and
especially you, because you go on other channels, you'd be cooked.
Nah, I'll be fine. I'll survive. I'll survive darker days.
No, you'd be cooked. You'd be cooked.
I'll survive darker days. Patrick, I know you've been looking forward to this, seeing Palace play in Europe. Of course, you won't be at the game. But how important is the Conference League for a fan like you who's been, supporting the club for over how many years now, are we saying?
50
years, over 50 years. How important is this for you?
It's actually 55. I don't want to say that, so I didn't want to add the other. It's actually since I was like 5 years old, which is mad. But I'm excited. Listen, as we walked out of Wembley Stadium, me, you, Lou's dad, and all the other guys, all I cared about was winning the FA Cup. But at some point, walking down there towards the train, you mentioned, oh, by the way, we're going to be in the Europa League. And I'm like, I just enjoy the FA Cup. So I hadn't even clocked it. Like, I didn't really care because, again, my only wish was that major trophy, League Cup, FA Cup. So to win the FA Cup is great. I'm looking forward to it, to be in Europe, to, have the anthem played at Selhurst Park. I'm going to definitely be over, knock on wood. Me and my son will be over for a Conference League game, hopefully in early November if there's a home game. Maybe I'll go to the away game. But no, I'm looking forward to it, man. Listen, Palace deserve it. We should be a Europa League. It's not. Let's just go there, put out best effort forward, and do the best we can. But no, it should be a lot of fun. Palace deserve it. The fans deserve it. The players deserve it. The manager deserves it. So I'm looking forward to it.
You both keep talking about the music. Do they ever play the music in the playoff round? I genuinely don't know, but
I'm 99% sure they do play when you walk out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Okay, they play the music, but they don't wear the badge.
Yes.
Okay, so the badge ain't there. What you was talking about, you was mentioning the badge. You're saying, you know what, I'm actually looking forward to getting a badge, but before you get a badge, we need to actually qualify. So when you're looking at this individual game alone, it's right before the Forest game as well. I think we've got enough to beat them, but I think it's also important that we get the job done sooner rather than later in the game. Like, we just approach it full blast, because I mean, the Forest game, it would be nice to maybe rest a few players as the game goes on, and even for the reverse fixture, which is next week, which I'll go to Lou about because he's going to be going to the game.
I think for me, it's a case of, I think I want us to go for I wouldn't say run up a cricket score, because, I don't want to be naive thinking that we're going to just absolutely destroy them. However, if we can get the home atmosphere on our side and, come at this with a 3-4 goals up, we have to. I think we have to take it really, really seriously. I think if we can be that 4-5 nil up by a certain period in the game, yes, then you have to rest players, because obviously I do want us to slap the living daylights out of Forest over the weekend. But we have to take it seriously. I think it's just one of them things where we are finally here now. I remember my early days on back then, there's always sort of bantering or chatting, even with Patrick and stuff like that, about getting a season. I just want one season in Europe. It's finally come around. It's here. So I want us to maximize and make the most of it. And yes, we're not getting the financial benefits out of it that we should, but there's still financial benefits and European exposure on the line here. So let's go for it.
Yeah. For you, Liu, when you're looking at Fredrikstad, are you concerned about potential any complacencies? I'm not, because I think we've got Glazer as a manager and we know how he approaches every game. But could that play a factor as well? Because I think everyone's pretty much expecting Palace to go out there and get the job done on Thursday. And I guess there's a lot of pressure on us to get it done as well.
Yeah, there is a lot of pressure. Obviously, it won't be a rollover game. I think it will be like playing maybe a lower league championship team or like a top League One team, maybe that sort of realm. Yeah, I just think a lot of these players, it's their first time playing in Europe. We don't really know who's even going to be playing because of the whole transfer situation. But all my trust has always been in the manager. I've said it from the start, and until he leaves, that like I just see watching us on Sunday, like I left the game 0-0, and it's like I'm still so happy. I still enjoyed every minute of it, and yeah, every game that we're managed under Glasner, I'm gonna enjoy.
Yeah, Patrick, Fredrikstad, and before we move on to Palace, I mean, they've lost against Midtjylland on the Europa Conference League qualifications, which as a result they're going to be facing us. They lost, I believe it was 5-1 on aggregate.
Right.
Have you watched any of the games? Because you mentioned about watch along, or you decided not to watch it. But when you're looking at the system, I don't know how they will approach this game, but they went 3 at the back apparently against Midtjylland, which is similar to ours, but they had actually 5 midfielders rather than 3-4-2-1. It was 3-5-2. But yeah, look, the opponents, I'll be honest, I don't know any of their players. But still, they've just got promoted to their first league, I believe, like about a few years ago, not too long ago. So they were in the second division of Norway as well. For you, the complacency stuff, any of that, any concerns?
Well, first, some stats on Fredrikstad. They're currently 8th in the Norwegian League. Their top goal scorers all have 4 goals each. Olenschläger, Sorlock, and Holton. And Sorlock is also the top assister, and Holton with 3 assists each. So as far as them as a team, I think Lou kind of nailed it. They're probably going to be a lower championship, upper League One type, but you can't be complacent. As the man just mentioned, we're going to want to keep Eze and Gay here as long as we can, especially for the game on Thursday, because we want to take a big lead as we can into the game in the second leg. But it's our first game. There are going to be some nerves from the crowd play, from some of the players. Again, European experience. Who has it? Benitez has it. Lacroix has it. Sarr has it. Pretty sure that's about it that has experience. So it's going to be new for everyone. So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing it. But as far as what they're going to give us, who knows? I didn't watch any of the Midtjylland game. I saw this result, but I didn't go and take a look at the stream. I didn't look at highlights. So I think they're available online, but I didn't look at it. But apparently they didn't play that well. But again, the system kind of suits us, a 3-5-2, because we kind of will could match up there. Again, the thing about the 3-5-2, 3-4-2-1 is that you can kind of mix it up a little bit. So the way they do it, they want to pack the midfield, obviously, and play with the 2 strikers. So that'll be interesting how we match up with that. But I'm looking forward to it. It should be a very good battle. Real quickly, what I like about what Glasner's doing is that now teams are preparing for us more. Like in the past, teams like Chelsea didn't really care how Palace played, or Man City or Liverpool. But you can tell now they are definitely taking more look at our tactics. And I think that's really to our benefit going forward. So that's great.
Do you think that could also play against us in a way, in terms of it'll be interesting to see how we potentially face a low block side, which we really don't do as much in the Premier League?
It's a good point. But remember, last year we didn't kill team, but we did face Stockport and was it Doncaster, right?
Doncaster,
We would have beat them, and it kept the clean sheet. Only won 1-0 and 2-0, but we got the win. So I think that and one was home, one was away. I think that will be a test for us, but we have faced teams at lower level teams in even friendlies and done the job. So, but again, as someone mentioned before, we gotta run up the score somehow. We gotta make sure we go into the second leg with a big 4-5 goal lead. So,
do you think they're better than Millwall?
Yeah,
No.
I would say so.
Do you reckon? I don't know.
I would
I'm looking at them. I don't know how strong the Norwegian league is, but
Great.
they're only about 6 points behind the relegation, 14th.
Okay.
So
I like that, Lou. That's a good one. Millwall's a good. I think Millwall's a good would be actually. That's a really good. And the Millwall gave us good test, obviously. And they were down to 10 men. So at one point it was 1-1. So yeah, if it's a Millwall type, then I mean it'll be
we still beat them as well. Look, I don't know. I haven't watched them play, of course, but looking at the championship, I think championship is a very strong league. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if Millwall beat them. Let's just say that. Like compared to Norwegian, if they're 8th in the Norwegian league and they're in the highest goal scorers are 4, right, Patrick?
Correct. 3 players have 4 goals each.
Correct. Yeah, in 18 games. So it's not like I don't think
not prolific.
They're doing well in terms of like goal scorers as well. So I think probably Millwall will beat them. But moving on to the Palace side of things, AJ, Eze, Gehi, these are the conversations. But from the lineup after the Chelsea game, would you make any changes to that team?
It's a very good question. I guess it's subject to who's leaving and who's going out the door. I mean, if you believe the internet and journalists, it looks like both of them could potentially be gone. Do we start perhaps trying to play playing without them? I feel like we've got enough in the squad to be able to beat them regardless if they play or not, but I would rather go as full strength as possible and then just blitz it. The only other concern I have is does that potentially make them tied in terms of being able to play for their teams in the European competitions as well. So that might also factor in. I want us to go full strength as possible. I wouldn't change that anyway. It's our first game in Europe, regardless of the size or levels of the opposition. We need to take this game very, very seriously and go all out for the result.
Lou, do you reckon that we saw potential of, if Eze was to leave, who would be coming in for him in the meantime if we don't have any replacements directly lined up in Devaney? Because I found that sub interesting against Chelsea. I don't know if that was like Glasner trying to test something out. I didn't really expect Eze to get subbed off, but what's your thoughts on the team going into this game?
I think if Eze doesn't play, I think Kamada would go into that left 10 role if he was fit. I think it's the natural fit for him. He's played in Europe. He's high pressing. Yeah, I think he would slot right in, and he could work for that for the meantime until we bring in some new players.
Patrick?
Nah, you know what? That's a great catch by Lou. I forgot about Kamada, and obviously Sosa's played in Europe.
I was going to mention that next, in fact, and I was gonna.
Don't do that. Don't do the Mitchell thing. Don't do it now, please.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to ask. Because when you're looking at the opponent, we're saying, are they better than Millwall? Are they better than this? And we saw against Millwall, I think it was Chilwell start. Did Chilwell start?
He did. I was there. He did.
So we've seen it like, if against respectfully lower opposition teams that we're clearly better than, you can make those changes. And Sosa did come on against Liverpool. So would Sosa start for you in a game like this? Because we have to consider not only just this game, but Forest game on Sunday. And we was literally talking about Mitchell all season long last year, talking about he hasn't had backup and he hasn't had adequate rest. So is this an opportunity, or do you still start with Mitchell in a game like this?
I wouldn't be shocked to see Sosa start, but I honestly think that it's more likely that we try and get a big lead in the first leg, and then people like Sosa and maybe even Benitez play in the second leg. Because I saw you on yesterday. Even last year, Servette beat Chelsea last year in the second leg, even though they got through. So it could happen, but they had a good lead from the first leg. So that's more likely for me. But you're right. The wild card is that Sunday game against Forest. It's an important game for us. So, quote unquote, resting Mitchell for Sosa is possible, but I just don't see Glasner doing it. I think Glasner going to go with the same 11 that played probably against Chelsea. Like Lou said, maybe Kamada comes in for either Hughes or for Eze if that was the case. He was gone. But yeah, I just think we're going to go as strong as possible. And then again, the next Thursday is the time when you probably look to see a rotation and resting of about 3 or 4 players possibly.
Especially with Villa on a Sunday as well.
Yeah. Thankfully, that's a later kickoff, I guess, in terms of recovery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
but they're fresh.
Exactly. That's gonna be some two big games. But AJ, I think this also quickly on a Palace team. For me, I would start the strongest 11 possible. I'll go with the same team against Chelsea pretty much. Kamada, I'd rather have him for Forest. I wouldn't risk anything because I don't think we need Kamada to win this game. And if we do, then we can bring him off the bench. But in terms of goalkeeper situation, which we don't really talk about because, I mean, Henderson had nothing to do against Chelsea. But it'll be nice to see where Benitez stands under Glasner because we saw a few times Matt Turner start in the cup games last year. But clearly, when it came to an important game, he wasn't there. He wasn't involved. Straight away, it's Henderson again. Where do you think, just as a guess, where do you think Benitez will stand in terms of this season and how involved he is? Because he's meant to be better goalie than Matt Turner as well.
Let's be honest, it's not even a case of he's meant to be a better goalkeeper. I think he is a better goalkeeper. I think you have to use your common sense. In terms of Benitez, the kind of experience that he has and the kind that, the man just came back from a, PSV trophy winning season as their number one. He's vastly experienced. He's sort of been there and done that. I wouldn't begrudge him starting in Thursday. I don't think he was brought to the club under the pretense that he was going to come in and just be a makeshift number two. I think he's definitely been given some sort of, I want to say guarantee, but some sort of reassurances that he will be getting games. And in a game like that one, where they create few chances in terms of the opposition, that would be the very ideal game to play him in. I'd actually play him in both legs and in the cups and then let Henderson do the rest of the work, at least as it currently stands. I don't see or feel that there's a reason why he won't be in the team at some point, and I think the earlier the better. I think it'd be a great opportunity to put him in goal. We're not talking about an unknown goalkeeper here. We're talking about a very seasoned professional here. So I think it'd be an ideal game to play him in.
What, this week?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to take risks. Do you want to be in this competition?
Yeah, but then Benitez.
Walter Benitez, Louis. Walter Benitez. We're not talking about Matt Turner, bro. Walter Benitez.
But Turner didn't he conceded one goal when he was in the
He did, but let's be honest. All right, even on paper, bro, like who's the better goalkeeper? Like, come on.
From what the one thing I saw of Walter Benitez in preseason, he was looking shaky.
I think he's good enough to. I think he's good enough to start. I honestly think. I don't think he's better than Dean Henderson.
No, you don't start him in the first one. You start him in the
second. What role do you reckon
he
plays then, Lou, this season, Benitez? Do you think he plays a similar role to Turner, or do you think he does actually
he plays in all the games where we can afford to play him in these games? Other than that, it's Dean Henderson.
So basically the same role as Matt Turner.
He plays, the same role.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think he's got the potential to start, man. I think he's a better keeper.
You don't take goalies out. He'll play in the third round of the cup. He'll play in the fourth round of the cup. If he goes to the quarterfinals and the semi-finals, he's out. Henderson.
Some teams do have goalies that just play in cup competitions. Like you've seen it. Like it does happen. So
that's because they've got teams like City. Their number two is probably a top 10 goalkeeper. Same way Kelleher for Liverpool could fit in.
See,
but hang on. Is Benitez not in that? He's not obviously as good, but is he not in that kind of rough bracket?
No. Yeah. How much have you seen of Benitez?
At PSV, he was their number one, bro.
How much have you seen him?
It was like 40 odd games he played. No, I didn't watch all of them. No way I watched all of them. I've seen him play a handful of times, bro. He's decent. Like he's not crap.
It's not. Sometimes it's not about the keeper itself. It's about the relationship that the back five and the back three have with the keeper. The trust that they have.
At what point? I don't know, man. At what point is he going to be able to develop that relationship?
Right.
I'm just saying, if it's a risk whenever you're going to play him. Obviously, that he's going to be games where he's playing, but I think Dean Henderson is one of those players who wants to play as many games as he can, and if he's ready and waiting and wants to play, I'm sorry, that's who I'm going to go with.
I get that, but I have, I get.
I say play him in the second leg. Play him in the second leg when we're 2-3-0 up, but not in the first leg.
Yeah, but I think that we're underselling. I'm with AJ. I think we're understanding Benitez's ability. He's not close. He's listen. I know Matt Turner very well from watching the United States national team, and he does compare to Walter Benitez. I mean, Benitez did not come here to play 4 or 5 matches a season. He came here to play Conference League, a lot of cups, and honestly, I don't want to put down a team or play against teams like Leeds and Brentford and Bournemouth. He's not coming here to sit and not play. He's not at the level of Henderson, because obviously Henderson proved how great he was last season. But I think people are underselling. Yeah, he didn't look great in the preseason, but it was preseason. And I think that he had to develop the relationship, and you only get that by playing. Would I play on Thursday? No. If he played, would I be shocked? No. But I think he's not going to come here to play.
I ain't seen much of him. I've never watched Walter Benitez.
Okay.
If I've watched a PSV game, I didn't notice Walter Benitez was in goal. Like I don't
think you watch a PSV game anyways. I don't think you watch the Dutch league. Yeah, but anyways, yeah.
Yeah, but they're in the Champions League, and to be fair, I watched him when Arsenal scored 7. I think.
Yeah, I gotta say, the Arsenal game. You remember that one? Totally understand. I get you. You know, one game.
Well, but the context is we're
obviously, I'm not saying Walter Benitez is rubbish. I'm just saying Dean Henderson is full of confidence.
I get that.
Yeah. I don't mind if he plays in the cup competitions. He can. Hopefully, we qualify for the Conference League as quick as possible, so then he can play the rest of those games and stuff like that.
Sub him on. If it's 4-0 during the game, just sub him on at the 60th minute.
Put him left 10.
Let's see if we can play there. Hey, but yeah, look, let us know your thoughts in the comment section as well about the goalkeeper situation. We're going to see how, as the season goes on, we're going to have the Carabao Cup games as well. We're going to see exactly how Glasner views Benitez and if it will be similar to Turner.
With the Carabao Cup, does it go third round then straight to quarterfinals? Does it go fourth round and quarterfinals?
I think it goes fourth round, no?
Is there a fourth round?
We're so far different than in previous year. We were not even in the first couple of rounds. I don't even know when we even entered the competition.
The next round.
September.
Not the next round. The next round is when it's Man United.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The one after.
Right.
One after we're there.
But I'm saying how many games till the semis?
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know. I'm not even paying attention. I have no idea. It's like a different world for me to not be involved.
I think if you win 2 games, you're in the semi-final.
Nah. It's not like that. There's too many teams for that. I think there must be a fourth round.
I think Louis is right, you know.
I think it goes fourth.
I think Louis is right.
I think it goes fourth round and quarters.
I'm literally trying to find out whilst you're talking. So no, it goes fourth round, then fifth round, then semi-finals. So
the fifth round's the quarterfinal.
Yeah. So it's fourth round. So it goes, yeah.
So two games and you're in the semis.
Yeah.
Is there really 2? So you win.
Oh yeah. You are right in that context.
Wow.
Because we are entering.
And it's a 2-legged, isn't it? 2-leg home and away.
Yeah,
we're winning the League Cup.
Well, hello. Another trophy. Why not?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, that will start for us.
That might be a hot take. Us winning the League Cup, a cheeky League Cup, you know.
The good thing about
all day.
Let's go through this until we get like.
No, we're not relaxing because when people talk, I was telling people we were going to win the FA Cup. I was told to relax. Then I'm not relaxing.
Well, let's just see what happens in it. We're not even in the next round. Let's let that next round conclude. Let's see who's in the competition and we move from there. Because the good thing about the Conference League, whereas Europa League wouldn't have had this, is that the Conference League starts early October, so it doesn't conflict with the Carabao Cup.
Right. Yeah.
Mid-September, which would have been the case if it was the Europa League. So, hey, the third round it should be fine, and then fourth and fifth round, I don't know about that. But anyways, going back to the Conference League, not League Cup. Any other things that want to add? I mean, we spoke about the team, spoke about Fredrikstad as well, spoke about the importance of the game. I mean, let's just get the job done. The game hasn't sold out. I was surprised about that. Quickly, just on ticket prices, some people are saying it's too high. Of course, Louis and AJ, you go to game. Patrick, you got a season ticket as well. £30, is it too much for first European game?
I don't think it's a case of it's being too much. I just think it's a case of, you know, you've got a whole lot of kids off for this summer, so you know parents aren't going to be able to fork out 30 quid just on the spot like that. More or less, get rid of their children like that as well. I think you have to factor in people that are working. You know, Palace fans work up and down London and, you know, parts of Greater London and outskirts. So it's not always easy to find yourself there at said time as well. I think the price is actually pretty reasonable. And I also was a fan of the fact that they actually applied it to your account, especially as an existing season ticket holder, although it took me a minute to find it. So I'm not really getting too dejected about that. I think as the season goes on and the rounds go on, I think you'll see a different sort of layout altogether because people will be A, more prepared for it. B, a little bit more financially sound around it. I think it's just those kind of factors rather than blaming it on fans not being bothered to turn up. I'm not really buying that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk too much about ticket prices before I mention it because I know some people were upset about it, and I don't think the timing of it was easy as well because we didn't have too long, so people couldn't really book holidays or work and stuff like that.
Fredrikstad charged me £17 for the ticket.
Yeah, so Palace.
I was about that, Louis. How is that? How's the sales going on your way allocation? Have we?
There's two. Yeah, you can. It's going all the way down.
Yeah, it's not sold out.
Because it went to. We've been given 1,730 tickets, which is
that's a lot.
More, that's more than Bournemouth, more than Brentford.
Crazy.
So it was open to quite a lot of people, but obviously I think it's going to sell out. There's only like a few rows left in Block K. Okay. It definitely would have sold out quicker if people weren't being fleeced by the airlines.
Yeah.
So my 2 tickets to the game, £17 each. Flight £330 return. That's Gatwick on the morning 9 a.m. Gets to Oslo at midday.
What's the flight number?
I don't even know the flight number.
Why are we doing that?
No, he's giving a whole. He's giving a whole itinerary. In case someone wants to catch it.
I was just breaking it down how much it costs for a fan.
That sounded hella soft, but okay.
Hey.
Keep going.
And then it was £130 for a night for a room in Fredrikstad. I think now I'll tell you what it is now, but then a train. I got to get a train from the airport to Oslo Central to then get a train to Fredrikstad. I think that was £70 return. So all in, I think it's like £500-600 more. That's without any food or drink. Now my flight, a return flight to London from Oslo on the Friday, is about £580 just for the flight back. There's no direct flights from London to Oslo on the 28th anymore. I think the majority of people now are flying to Gothenburg and they're getting a 2.5-hour train to Fredrikstad. I know someone who's flying to Paris, then Birmingham, then a train back to London. I know someone that's getting on the way back, they're flying to Amsterdam, then getting a Eurostar to King's Cross. So it's a lot of dedication, man.
I have a lot of respect for that. Seriously.
I hope we can sell out because Palace fans get quite a lot of flack for not really traveling outside of London. You've seen us like away games at Villa and not selling out. So it'll be nice because it'll be on Channel 5, so everyone's going to see. And remember these European games, the fanatics are going, so like you're allowed the flags and the pyrotechnics. So obviously it'll be nice to see 1,700 Palace fans in there with the flares and the flags and everything.
Question: How many points you get for an away ticket?
20 points.
Asking for a friend.
Okay. Now they need to change that. That's harsh, man. 20 points.
20 points.
It's only 20.
So yeah, it's the same as me going Chelsea away.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was asking you. Yeah, I mean.
But
Lou, I'll look out for you on Channel 5, mate. I'll look out for you on Channel 5.
By the way, I'm in row 8 behind the goal, so you might see me there.
Yeah,
But we're gonna find you. So you're gonna find.
But what I know, there's like a whole designated area there and stuff. I just think it's kind of surreal for me because I only ever had two. I always say I only had 2 wishes as a Palace fan. One was to see us win the FA Cup, and the other was to watch my team in Europe. So
now you can retire. After this,
this is why I don't moan about stuff, man. This is all I ever wanted, bro.
Tell him, Lou.
All I ever wanted, man.
Lou, how many you go? How many you going? Like in your group, how many?
Do you know what? It's only me and my dad going, but I know loads of other people going.
Oh yeah.
It was a bit tough because I kind of went. I booked the tickets before.
Early.
I reserved the hotel before the first leg of Michelin v Fredrikstad, so I already had a hotel booked. I think that same room now is like £470 for the night. And what they've done, loads of people, they've cancelled people's bookings, like, and then like trying to make them rebook and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's mad. Oh,
Yeah, because I remember at the time when we first got the thing, Fredrikstad, pretend we knew it would be Fredrikstad. The ticket price were like £200, £300, I think, direct. And now I'm looking right now, it's £800. The £800 to go to Oslo and come back.
that's crazy. It's crazy how they do that, man. It really
Yeah,
is.
I think league phase might be a bit easier to plan around because we've got
Yeah,
longer.
they'll be already
time
planned
to
out.
advance.
Exactly.
Yeah, this one's all just jumbled up together. So yeah, man, kudos to everyone. But of course, we'll do preview for that game as well, so we can talk about it then. Score predictions. let's move on to that. Patrick, have you got your spreadsheet?
I do. I can't put it up, but in first place right now, AJ's got 3 points. He unfortunately picked a Chelsea 2-1 win. AJ, nice one. No points for you last game. D, you have a point, but that was from the Charity Shield game. You also picked 2-1 Palace, unfortunately. And Louis, look at that. Louis and I both went for a draw, so Louis and I now have a point on the board. T picked a 2-1 Palace win, no points. Nick 2-1 Chelsea win, no points. And Stan got a point for 2-2 draw. So,
Wait, did you not say it was a draw?
of course we
I
did.
don't remember you not saying that. I swear you lot said Chelsea will win.
Well, are you?
I
Go back and watch the end of the show because it's like this.
He's just trying to wind you up, Unks. He's trying to wind you up.
I know.
No.
What are you doing? What are we doing right now? I write it down. Look,
Wait, what did he say, Patrick? What was your score prediction for Chelsea?
I predicted 1-1. Louis 2-2, and so did Stan.
So what? Everyone's got a point now.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
AJ, did you see me fight for your corner for extra points?
Yeah, we get extra point. Did you hear
There
that?
you go.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It is very appreciated.
The penalty.
I'm gonna humbly sit in the corner. You get me? Don't worry. That's what we do.
See, I've got
Palace
honor.
fans, I do it for you. I've
got honor, unlike some people.
No, I like the prediction table because it exposes guys who just talk like they know what they're talking about. And we'll
You just said Palace were going to win, though.
Huh?
You said Palace would beat Chelsea.
I should have got the free. Technically, I should have got the points because I should have got the points because of the fact that we got disallowed the goal. Like it should have counted. That should have counted. But
what?
I want to do that. You're right.
We get the clean sheet.
This guy.
Clean sheet, but all right, fair enough.
Do you see when you're done with all this back in the net stuff? I want you to be a politician, bro, because that was the most corruption I've ever heard.
Cool. Let's do score predictions for this game then. We'll get everyone who's not on the show later on, and then we'll update you on the next preview show. Let's start off with Lou.
Why is it always me? I want to go last this time.
I'll go first. All
right, cool. All right, Patrick.
I'll go 4-0 Palace.
4-0 Palace.
Yeah.
Okay. So Patrick, I'm gonna start writing these down as well because allegedly people can draw these.
I just have to go listen to the show back.
All right. AJ.
Easier.
I'm gonna go 4-1 Palace.
4-1 Palace. I found out you're both not getting these score predictions right. I just have this sense. I'm sorry to say, but I just know you're not getting it right.
You know what, D? I'm very happy you said that because the 2-point lead I got over you suggests differently.
Exactly.
Wait, how much do you get for right score prediction?
Result 1 point, correct score 3 points.
Exactly.
Cool.
Hold that.
So let me get these 4 points. All right, 2-0 Palace. Let me just bag this 3 points and 4 points in the bag. For these guys.
I'm going 2-0 as well.
Yes.
What?
Hey, look. This I'm so happy you said 2-0 because look, this just proved that this guy gets the ball knowledge from me. He said, "Let me go last" because he wanted to hear what I said, and now he's speaking 2-0. Like he already knows. It's fine. The world knows anyways where you get your ball knowledge from. But so
I actually picked 2-0 because I want there to be. I don't want us to whitewash them, so the game has. Oh, what is going on here?
What the hell?
I'm AJ. I'm AJ.
I feel like we can deduct points just for that, man. That's just a
minus points for the camera.
Anyways, let's wrap up this show.
Yeah, man.
If you have enjoyed this, drop a like, subscribe, let us know your score predictions in the comment section down below. That's it from us. And until next time, up the Palace.
Up the Palace.